Hello and welcome back. Can you see this? This is a book that I am writing. Look at that. And I am doing this, right, literally from scratch without any experience. So 55 years old. I said I've had enough of just working for minimum wage, and I've had enough of doing physical hard work because I work so hard and it's my work ethic to do that. So I can't be lazy and I can't not work hard. So I only work at one speed even when I'm exhausted, and I can't do anything else. And so I thought, do you know what, at your age it's time you learned a new skill. I could have paid somebody to take me through the motions and say, I want to write a book, can you teach me how? And it would have cost a lot of money to do that because you're talking from scratch. So coming up with the storyline, which I got inspired to do because I absolutely love myths and folklore, and I thought, just do some research. So I did some research into it and then just got the guidelines. And then I thought, why don't you just turn them all into a story? Make it up. They're only stories to start with, folklore and myths and legends. So I thought, I'm just going to do that. So I came up with the idea, and then I had to learn how to format it. So I bought a new laptop a few months ago because I wanted to make money for myself on the side, and I said it's time to do this now, because when you live by yourself and you get to this age, you don't have the luxury of time, and I can't take it for granted that I'll always be able to do a physical job. And so I need to use my brain as well, and the best way to keep away from things like Alzheimer's is to use that grey matter up there. And so I thought, right, write a book. So I learned how to do the format. I've learned how to paraphrase it, do my own, using that, it's called Grammarly, so it shows you when your spelling mistakes are and things like that. So I've learned how to do that. Then I've got linked up with KDP, which is Kindle Direct Publishing. On my laptop I've got something called Pages, and it's on the Apple Mac, and it's already on there. And so it's got like book layouts on there. So you get the book format and then you just write the book onto that. But what I've also learned how to do is generate my own images so they are copyright free. Because what you can't do is use somebody else's art because it's theirs. So photographs, pictures have got to be copyright free, otherwise you can be sued. And so I have learned how to do my own AI generation, which is kind of cheating, but is it? You decide that. And I've put them into the book. So I am now linked up with the Kindle Direct and Amazon Prime, and that is where the book will be sold through. And what they will do is take the PDF file, transport it into whatever file it needs to be in, and then they will sell the book on Amazon, and I will get a commission from that. So if the book goes up for say £9.99, I think I get something like £2.50 commission from each book sale. But that's only if it's done in black and white. If you do a coloured one, which I did originally, all the pictures that I had were coloured, then you have to pay a lot more for the printing. So I've gone back to the black and white. So it's cheaper to print, and then you have to pay per page. And the average novel is 300 pages long, minimum. So I've got to get to that, then I've got to get it all edited, get it all done. But I am doing this all on my own from absolute scratch. Now, this is a challenge, and it's one that's really, really good for me, because I need something that I can focus my mind on, because I've got a tendency to start 100 things and finish none of them. And because I've got this real urge to do this, to prove it to myself, and I'm really excited to do it. And it is really, really, it's good for your brain and it's good for your soul, because you're doing something that goes beyond what you thought you was capable of. So when it's done, I'm going to advertise this all the time on my channel, because I want to build my channel up, because I'm still only not even halfway to be monetized in 10 years. And I want this book to sell, because I want to prove I can do it, and I want to get my land, the land that I want to save people with, because as soon as I get that land, people, you can come and live on it, that's it. As long as your people are like-minded, like me, and you're a bit nuts and off-grid types and stuff, then I think it'll be nice. But I want to challenge myself, because I think if you get to this age, you get complacent sometimes and think, I know what I know, and that's it. And I don't agree. And I think it's important that you learn something new, even until the day you die. So if I live to be 90, I want to think that I'm still doing something at 90 that I'm not doing now. I want to keep evolving and using my brain and my hands. So you've seen a little piece of what I've done there. I don't know how many pages I've got on to now. I'm just going to have a look, because I've got to go through all of them, and I've got to page 173. But I'm going to put more on, because these are all the stories that I love. So what, I'll just name a couple of stories that I've got on here. What's this one here? Cunning Green is one. The next one is called The Legend of the Dogstone. So I've got a few, and I love them, because our whole history is entwined with all these stories, and it's brilliant, because they all came from somewhere, didn't they, all these stories, and I think we should keep them alive, and that's why I'm doing this. So once I've written my book, my next challenge to myself is to do something I've never dared do, and that is to actually advertise it and market it and get it out there and push myself, because it's important to do it for me. So if you're my age, or you're older, younger, and you're sat there thinking, sometimes I think I should just maybe, I don't know, do a knitting pattern or something, or maybe I might do some hybrid flowers or something, I don't know. Do it. If you get that little notion in your head to have a go at something, just do it. Because I think we're given that from somewhere else. This little spark, like, we're going to give you this gift. Go and use it now. Do it. Teach yourself something right from scratch that you've never thought you could do. Just do it. That little spark, and go with it. Because if you don't, it'll be given to somebody else, and then one day you'll be sat there going, that was my idea, but you didn't do nothing with it. So I know this is my time now. So I when that book is done, I will be a published author at 55. So is there anything that you're doing now that you never thought you'd be doing? Are you learning a skill that you never thought you had? Are you getting inspired to do something through yourself that you never thought you'd do? Because I'd love to know, because I don't think we're ever too old for anything. Have you changed your life in your older years and gone on a tangent to something else that you never thought would happen? Whether it be a change of lifestyle or career or anything like that. Because I'd love to know, because I love people just constantly evolving, because you can stay in the rut, can't you, for your whole life. And I've known people who've said, I went to university when I was in my 20s, so I've got a PhD. And you're like, well done. What are you doing now? And they're like, well, I've got a job. Yeah, but do you do anything around that? Anything else? Well, I don't need to, because that's it. And you're like, fine. But wouldn't it be great if you could add on to that and keep going? And just keep building up and up and up until you get to old age and go, oh my gosh, look how much I've learnt in my life. And to do it right from scratch on your own is a massive, massive achievement. So when this book's written and I've got it in my hands, I'm going to cry, because I'll be so proud of myself, because I'll be going, I never thought I could do it until now, and now I know I can. So let me know if you've got any stories like this, where you've just got a thought from nowhere and just gone with it and succeeded and got something out of your life that you never thought you'd get. Because it'd be great to hear your story. Thank you.